Hey YouTube, Clayton here. So sorry I haven't been posting videos. I know I said I was gonna have a video every week, and that was like 4 weeks ago. School's been really crazy. I just finished my last final today, about 4 hours ago. So I have some free time now. So I'm gonna try to stick to my video a week thing. So by the title of this video, you can probably see that we're going to be focusing on a monitor. I got a new monitor. I ordered it a couple weeks ago. I got a really good Black Friday deal. It's the HP Omen 32-inch display, and I picked it up for about $339. Now, for $339, I mean, you can get a pretty good monitor, but when you step up to above 27 inches, let alone 32 inch display size, $339 won't really get you much. It can get you like a 1920 by 1080 panel, maybe 60 to 100 hertz. So I was really skeptical ordering this monitor, but it wasn't a Korean monitor. It wasn't off eBay. I got it off Amazon. It's by HP, which aren't really known for, their gaming products, but I took the gamble, and the monitor is fantastic, guys. Alright, so let's go over the specs of this monitor. So it's a 32-inch display, which you probably know. It's a 1440p resolution. It's a 75 hertz refresh rate and a 5 millisecond response time. So you get pretty decent specs for how much you're paying. It's by no means like a professional gaming monitor. If you're really competitive into like CSGO, or you want to do tournaments, you're probably going to want a smaller screen size, 1 millisecond response time, and of course the 144 hertz refresh rate. But for me, I play a lot of video games, but I don't play tournaments, and I also want something that I can really enjoy watching movies on. I do CAD work, programming, YouTube, just browsing the web. It's really fun actually on such a big screen size. So I didn't need a full-blown gaming monitor. I feel like the Omen really kind of is a sweet spot. If you're not paying a lot of money, and for what you are paying, you get a lot of monitor. So for those of you who are shopping for a monitor, maybe you have even a 1440p monitor, or you have a 1920 by 1080p. Most people play at around 60 hertz, and that's fine. For me, I didn't think I needed anything more than 60 hertz. And I also, when I bought this monitor, I didn't think the 75 hertz was really going to be noticeable, but it kind of blew me away. When my first game that I played on this monitor was Battlefield 1. I immediately knew that there was something different, and I must say 75 hertz, you're going to notice it compared to 60 hertz. The games are going to feel much more responsive. Everything's going to be much smoother. So if you are in the market and maybe you don't want to shell out $1,200 to get a big monitor and a really high refresh rate, the HP Omen, it's a good option. So things that I don't like about this monitor. Well, for one, this may be a deal breaker for some of you. For me, it doesn't really matter. There are no speakers, which I don't think is a big deal, because you can go on Amazon if you really want speakers, and maybe you don't like wearing a headset all the time. You can get a pair for like $12 on Amazon, and they're probably going to be way better than most monitor speakers. And also the monitor is relatively thin, so that's kind of nice too. So it's kind of a trade-off. But like I said, for me, I think for most people, especially a lot of video gamers, we tend to wear headsets most of the time, so yeah, it's not a big deal, especially for $330. So the second thing that I kind of noticed about this monitor was, when I first took it out of the box, I noticed the stand was like a really heavy-duty, nice metal stand. So I figured it was going to be really sturdy. However, once I set it up, I kind of noticed it was a little wobbly. Not anything that I think would really bother anyone, but it is something to kind of keep in mind, especially if you have really like lead fingers and you're typing away. You might actually shake the monitor a little bit. I haven't had really any issues with it, but that is definitely something to keep in mind. Lastly, the thing that I think could have been a little bit better is the bezel size. They're not really huge or anything, like it's not that much to complain about, but they are on the slightly larger side, especially like, I mean, it's end of 2016. A lot of monitors now, even inexpensive ones, have some pretty slim bezels. So I would have liked to see a little bit smaller bezels, but you know, you don't really notice them. It's such a big screen anyways that it's, you know, it's okay. So one thing to consider in this monitor, for the response time, you actually have to manually set it to the 5 millisecond response time. It actually doesn't say like, oh, you know, 8 milliseconds or, you know, 7. It's going to go like fast, you know, a little faster and fastest response time. You need to make sure you go into the monitor's options menu, and you need to set it to fastest, or else you're going to fire up the monitor and you're probably going to notice some input lag and you're going to be really pissed off at me. So keep that in mind. Go into the options, and you should be going in the options with your new monitor anyways to, you know, calibrate the settings and get everything good, but make sure you set the response time to fastest. So that about wraps it up. It's a quick video, not much to go over. So overall, I really do think if you were thinking about getting this monitor or you're kind of on the fence, you know, I pulled the trigger on it. I really like it. I've used it for a couple of weeks now. To kind of recap, I use it for SolidWorks, which is a 3D modeling software. I use it for, you know, even Counter-Strike. I don't have any problems. I don't feel like I have a disadvantage at all. Battlefield 1 looks really well on this monitor, especially, I mean, 32 inches and you're, you know, it's right in front of you and you're sitting there playing it. It's awesome. One thing to keep in mind though, 75 hertz to 60 hertz is, I did notice that my graphics card was working a little bit harder, that the temperatures were a little bit higher. I mean, I have a 1070, so I don't really have to worry about it too much, but maybe if you have something like even like a 480, which is a pretty cheap card, should have no problems running this, you know, powering this monitor. But keep in mind, your GPU is going to work slightly harder to get that frame rate. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. This is a brand new channel. And like I said in my last video, please expect these videos to continue to get better in both quality and content. I haven't really had a lot of time to think about what videos I'm going to do, or really kind of figure out what I want this channel to focus on. I just got done with my first semester in college. Like I said, I'm an engineering student. I'm really busy, so I'm really kind of figuring out this whole YouTube thing. So please comment, see what you would, maybe there's something you want to see on this channel. Let me know. Write down in the comments. I'll also have a link to this monitor in the description of this video. There's a sale going on HP's website. You can pick this monitor up for, I believe, $400, and that sale ends on the 17th. I have no links with HP. They don't sponsor my videos, obviously, since I have like no subscribers, but keep that in mind. So thank you guys. Until next time.